it is unusual in this country of ours. A man ruled a state like Anambra for 8 years. He wrested powers from the Uba, and they think that one is a softie, somebody who can take power from the Uba. These were people who controlled Banuju, or whatever that one's name was. These were murderous people who killed Barnabas Igwe, the NBA chairman, I believe in Onitsha. Look, these were not easy people. Peter Obi fought them to a standstill, took over the state, made the state work to the point where people are clapping years after he had left.
And this is someone that I know has the courage to take on the issue. Some people think that courage is by, when you just come out and talk and you can say this. And no, it's by putting yourself down there and saying those things that people are afraid to talk about. We know about oil theft. It's still going on in Nigeria. And there's one candidate who spoke about it repeatedly. And since after the election, it's almost as if nothing is being said about it. And you see Dangote what he said about the oil cabal. This is someone who has the courage to stand and dare and go for it.
One very unfortunate thing in Nigeria is that most of us have been conditioned to believe that courage has to do with violence. And that is why someone will look at Peter Obi, his disposition and his way of doing things, and they think that he is not courageous. Because in our mind, we have seen courage to be street fighting, to be violent, to be like tout and thuggery. Some of us think that courage has to do with ballot box snatching, and that is very unfortunate in our country. We think that courage has to do with when you fight and destroy properties. That is not courage. When you look up the word courage, it has nothing to do with violence and thuggery and all those things that you think that courage is. And that is why I'm here to explain to you that Peter Obi is indeed a very courageous person. He is not a violent person and is not a tout and is not also a thug. But for being courageous, I can assure you that Peter Obi is a very courageous person. So I'm just going to do that looking at his political life. So I'll start from his political journey from Anambra State. Now, stories have it that Peter Obi actually started from PDP. They said he went to join PDP, but they said in that meeting, he was not even allowed to speak. So he left them and went to an unknown party, APGA. Before Peter Obi joined APGA, nobody really knew APGA. So he went to join that party that nobody knew to face the big men in Anambra State. And that was courageous. And then, mind you, that time, PDP was in charge of Anambra, and PDP was also at the center. And this man, unknown man, from nowhere, went to join APGA, an unknown party, and then to challenge a well-established party, a national party like PDP. I mean, that was courage. And this man took up APGA, and he contested in that election, and we all know that he won. So it was something that is very unprecedented. It is something that it is only a courageous person that will do it. So that has to do with a man that has courage. So we all know what happened. The story is there. He was impeached and he quietly went to court. Stories have it that when, sometimes that when he gets to court, the other party will come with drum and dancing, and this man will be in the court alone. Alone. That is courage. We all know he later regained his mandate, and then he finished his tenure. But remarkably, as the governor of Anambra State, he did a lot of things that requires courage, that it is only a courageous person that can do it. This man started pulling down houses that were used for kidnapping. In fact, this man chased kidnappers and armed robbers and all the insecurity away from Anambra State, such that the then IGP acknowledged that Anambra was the safest state in Nigeria. It was out of his courage. And this man ended godfatherism in Anambra State. Before Peter Obi became the governor of Anambra State, from Mbadinuju to Chris Ngige, they were being disturbed by the powers that be. In fact, Chris Ngige was even kidnapped. A sitting governor was abducted. So that was how Anambra State was before Peter Obi came. Peter Obi is the first governor of Anambra State to finish his 2 tenures. He's the first person to do it, and he now paved the way for others to be doing so. In fact, Bianca Ojukwu acknowledged that Peter Obi ended godfatherism in Anambra State, such that even when after Peter Obi left office around 1 month when he was interviewed in 2014, when they were asking him what was his greatest achievement, and he said that it is to bring sanity to Anambra State. So that is a man that is courageous.
What is your best achievement and everything? I said, well, bringing sanity and peace to the state. That is more critical than any other thing. We brought was like moving from where there is chaotic, disorganized, and you're trying to just turn it into sanity, moving the people again from the way of their thinking and perception of life to the right direction. That is the most critical thing.
Now, fast forward to 2023 elections. If you look at the whole story of how Peter Obi moved from PDP some months to election, that was courage. This man left a national party again and went to a relatively unknown party, Labour Party, about maybe 7 to 8 months to a national election. And then this man took up the establishment, and we all know that he actually won that election. It will only take a courageous man to do such a thing. And even after the election, this man has come out. He's the only one that is speaking against the establishment. He has said things that other politicians are scared to say. And this man has told us severally that these people are after his life, yet he's still speaking. In fact, in one of the interviews, he said that he will keep doing what he's doing and that they are after his life, and that if he dies in the process, so be it. That is a man that has courage.
If I tell you what I face, what I go through, what my family go through, you wouldn't even believe I will still be standing and going around this country. But I've made up my mind that if this is the end, so be it. Because we can't allow the country. It is difficult to be in opposition in this country. Extremely difficult. Because everything is against you. People don't even want to see you. They don't even want to talk to you. I see colleagues that greet them at the airport, they don't even want to reply because they feel they don't want the government of the day to see you or see them greeting you. Your businesses, everything you're involved is being dismantled. That is not a country. We need to show more commitment to the future of our country. None of us is going to live here forever. So we must build a better society for our children. And to build it, some of us will take the risk.
So anybody that is telling you that Peter Obi is not courageous, the person doesn't understand the meaning of being courageous. Courage doesn't have to do with violence and street fighting and destroying of properties. Courage has to do with speaking up, daring, even at the difficult times. And that is what Peter Obi is doing. And that is why I call on us, every well-meaning Nigerian and every obedient, let's rally around this man. For those of us who can pray for him, support him in every way or in any way that you can. And let's see, by the grace of God, 2027, we will reclaim our mandate. Thank you so much. And please, if you are watching this video and you have not subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe, share this video, and also like. Remember, a new Nigeria is possible. God bless you.